Yeah. I didn't know how. There it is. And now I get rid of that. We're already off to a crazy start on this Friday. Did your bracket get busted? If so, how bad did it get busted? I know you keep out of this because I know two brackets that didn't get busted. Here's one of them. And the other one standing by. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Because we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
in the all types of blue hell.
It's that time. Good morning, and welcome one and all to the fabulous, fantastic Bracketology Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. It's been a crazy kind of week, but we got it together for you this Friday. Allie will break down the women's tournament for us at the top of the next hour. Droid is here. Vikala is here. The Queen is standing by. And I'll start with you, Droid. Which game from yesterday's tournament fracas got you the most?
Got me the most, as in like what killed my bracket, or what?
Either way you want to think about it. What's your early game to watch? Because for me, it was TCU and Ohio State.
Oh yeah, TCU Ohio State was a great game. I mean, you got to look at just the heavy first half TCU came out with, basically choking Ohio State by
Choking them out.
Where'd he go? Yeah. And then Ohio State climbed back into the game. Mm-hmm. They led by one several times.
Uno.
And then the player of the game, David Punch, 16 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 blocks. And yes, I better correct myself and say Empress. I don't care. She's the Empress Queen. She's not going to like me for that. But David Punch made the pass to Xavier Edmonds for the game-winning layup, which tells me Ohio State can't play in the tournament.
Well, yeah, because they're eliminated. But honestly, I think my favorite
I don't want to hear that word ever again in that voice, because it reminds me of another voice.
It's not Ohio State, TCU. It wasn't Michigan Howard. It wasn't even BYU Texas. It was VCU North Carolina. It went to overtime. Terrence Hill, 34 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 7 threes made.
And
no more Chapel Bill.
No more. You know what? I got a message. Dear Hubert Davis,
you're fired.
More than likely.
Should have never been selected. And Jay and I were talking about this earlier. Hubert Davis should never have been selected as North Carolina's head coach. Period. Because moments like
you're speaking facts. No.
Let me put it this way. When you are so excited, and this not only goes for Hubert Davis, this goes to the wine and cheese. Ouch.
Sorry.
This goes to the wine and cheese fan base of a crowd that we've spoken about many times before. In Hubert Davis's rookie season, what happened? He took them all the way to the national championship. The problem? They got excited for beating Duke in the national semifinals. And then in the second half of the national championship in New Orleans, they got bitch slapped. Since then, Hubert Davis has gone downhill.
They got spanked.
And Victor, I understand what's going on with you. I don't want to chew up my voice either. I totally get it. They got spanked in the second half in the Superdome. And since then, Hubert Davis has done, say it with me, y'all, nothing. Nothing.
And that's got to be embarrassing because UNC is known as a basketball school.
Not anymore, they're not.
Absolutely. But the
Not
thing is, this
anymore
is
than
what
that.
VCU does. They always come into the tournament every couple of years, make an upset, get eliminated in the round of 32, and then leave. That's what they do. They eliminate a favorite for the national championship and then leave without any further questions.
Well, we did our job. We're out of here.
Now, am I saying
for a certain person in the
can't
back,
beat Illinois? Yes,
I'll make
absolutely. VCU cannot beat Illinois. Illinois is way more.
ain't no way VCU is beating the sharpshooting Illinois team. And for my friend Dr. Dunbar, I'm glad your Wolverines got the number 1 seed. We will see y'all in the regionals. Maybe, depending on how the brackets play out. Speaking of brackets, there's a young lady who did not do a bracket and yet has a perfect one. Good morning, Jen. Nice outfit.
Hello.
So she didn't even ask this morning, nor did she have to, if she was going to go full body or not, because I probably would have said go full body anyway. Now I got a story for Jen here, really quick before we go on.
Story time.
My wife asked me, "Who is Genevieve?" I said, "She is one of the queens of the picks." She said, and Jody said, "Who's the other one?" I said, "I married her." She says, "Oh, so a rookie kicked everybody's ass in the football picks." Yep. And Jody says, "How'd she do that?" I don't know. Back to business. Is this, Droid? Let me ask you: is this it for Hubert Davis, or let me phrase it another way? Should this be it for Hubert Davis?
Absolutely. I mean, not only in 2022 did you lose to the University of Kansas in the national championship, but also you just got upset in overtime after leading by 18 points to Virginia Commonwealth University. Let me repeat that. Virginia Commonwealth.
Excuse me.
But see, the thing with VCU, they've been doing this stuff since 2011. Okay, VCU's been coming out of nowhere since 2011 when Shaka Smart was their coach. Matter of fact, I believe it was Butler that went to back-to-back national championship games. But I know VCU made a Final Four appearance. I know for a fact VCU made a Final Four appearance. I'm foggy on when. I want to say it was 2011, 2010 or 11.
I don't know, but here's one of my big things. Their head coach is a second-time head coach. He head coached at Bryant for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's over here in VCU with a 28-7 record, beat North Carolina, and about to face the Fighting Illini. So you're telling me you, a storied head coach, one of the most respected head coaches, arguably, get eliminated by a 30-year head coach? Are we serious?
Yes.
It's just
and as a matter of fact, Droid, yes.
There's a point where you have to take accountability.
It's a matter of two different.
That's the problem.
It's a
go ahead,
situation. It's a twofold situation. One part is we have to remember, any given day, just like any given Sunday, anything can happen. A team that steamrolls everybody can get steamrolled. A team that can't win will win. Look at the Carolina Panthers this past year. The other thing is something that Snowman, you and Jay have both talked about. The priorities.
Look at Jen kicking our ass.
Exactly. But it's also the fact of the priorities aren't there for UNC. It's all about beating Duke. It's all about being the number one in the triangle and not being number one in the world.
And the thing is, I find it crazy that Siena almost did that. They were leading at half.
By 11, I think it was 39-28.
But then they wanted to be DePaul. and keep their starters in all games. I think if they subbed out their starters and let their bench play a little bit, they would have won that game.
Yeah.
Going away. Because now you keep your starters in just like Sienna did against Duke. Okay. You won't have any legs for the rest of the game.
Nope.
You won't have any legs for the rest of the game.
Right, Brian? Even if you do win, your players are going to be gassed for the round of 32.
Yep.
You know something, Droid? In looking at that, looking at that game, VCU beating North Carolina, an upset that I called when we did our picks, when we did our brackets rather. I knew it would come down to a substitution pattern because Hubert Davis does not sub his starters. And you can tell it in the late in the second half. Henry Vesser, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. You know the thing about those 26 points? None of them came in overtime.
I really wanted to believe. You know, I did pick my dad off stream, of course. And he picked VCU. And I asked why. He said, I don't know, just because I don't like North Carolina. And he was right.
When we did our brackets, 5 of the 6 of us picked VCU.
Yeah.
When that game came up and Playmaker and I had talked about it on Monday, I didn't even analyze that game. I just said I'm going to call for it. VCU beating North Carolina. Because there's something stupid about and remember, this is a Tar Heel fan. Thank you, Michael Jordan and James Worthy. Okay. They were my second favorite college team behind Georgetown. And Victor, you know why I love Georgetown back in the 80s.
Yep. Patrick
Ewing.
I believe Spivey even said something about, VCU could easily take this game when UNC isn't paying attention.
Well, UNC wasn't paying attention in the final 15 minutes.
And where, in a world where VCU takes down North Carolina, which is this world, the world that we are in right now.
Yep.
Henry Visier, in the last 5 seconds on the clock,
hold on,
dropped a nugget on free throws, 0 for 2, and then missed a possible game-saving 2. Do you know the only players to score for North Carolina? It was 1. And it's a man by the name of Seth Trimble.
Seth Trimble, who rescued North Carolina earlier in the year against Duke. And I'll point it out again. Hubert Davis stupidly did not go through his big man in overtime. 2 reasons. 1, he was afraid, and 2, Vassar was gassed.
Yeah.
Henry, hold on, Droid. Henry Vassar, and I'll repeat his stat line again, and thank you, Droid, for putting this document together. We really appreciate it. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals
in 41 minutes.
In 41 minutes. And of those 26 points, a goose egg in overtime. Oops.
Correction, 42. But still, the numbers are ridiculous. Why do you have Trimble, Visier, Dixon, Stevenson, Bogovic all playing 30-plus minutes? And who was the only extra guy that got minutes? Powell. He got 20 minutes. Jonathan Powell got 20 minutes, and he only scored a 3. That was a layup and 1. That wasn't even a 3 ball.
And stupid reasons like that, stupid patterns like that, I beg your pardon, are the reason I picked North Carolina to beat TCU. Or VCU to beat North Carolina, I beg your pardon. Can't talk this morning. It's like McCarthy. It's like Ryan McCarthy said just a moment ago in the chat, and welcome to all of you in the Fanatics feedback zone. Hubert Davis pulled a Tom Thibodeau. 2011 Bulls. Anybody?
Remember, Tom Thibodeau learned afterwards.
Not yet. He
Starts me with a good point. You know why I picked VCU? Because you can count on at least one team from the Athletic 10 to win a round of 64 game.
And VCU was that team. VCU was that team.
Talking to Brian, and he was like, "What do you we talked about Duke Siena. We were like, well, Duke." And I was like, "Well, don't you write off Siena now. They once they get hot, they get hot. Don't write them off."
Yeah, I will admit you were right on that one, but Siena played great for 35 minutes. Siena choked out Duke for 35 minutes. Siena had Duke on the ropes for 35 minutes.
Problem is,
and then Cameron Boozer happened, Caden Boozer happened, and the Duke defense happened.
I want to raise the question to the panel.
Mm-hmm.
With how Siena played Duke in the first half, could this be a thing that TCU can use against Duke in the round of 32 to possibly eliminate the number 1 seed?
If they use their entire bench,
yes. They can if they have the horses for it.
If they substitute correctly, they can hold down the Boozer brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They spread their minutes pretty well in their game against Ohio State. I'm looking at it. 24 minutes from Edmonds, 28 from Punch, 36 from Robinson, 29 from Harding, 27 from Levitchus, 35 from Pierre, 16 from Toulson. I mean, they use their bench.
Well, I know someone else who is happy this morning. Very dear friend of mine by the name of Craig Way, who was the longtime voice of the Texas Longhorns, dropped BYU by 8. So an 11 seed who had to play a play-in game got in and then beat a number 6 seed.
Another exhibit as to why. Another exhibit as to why I do not trust. There's another exhibit as to why I do not trust BYU in anything.
Never.
Let me tell you why Texas beat BYU.
His name is Montes Vocatitis. I cannot say that right. Vocatitis? Is that it?
I think it's is because it has the is at the end.
Okay.
It's like Merkovic,
right.
Stojakovic, basically kind of like those Serbian names. But I'll tell you why. It's not only because of Vocatitis. It's also because Debanza was the only one on BYU playing.
Debanza, 35 points, 10 rebounds, and an assist. And looking at your notes here,
minutes he played. Just give me a second. Live research, people. I should have put this on the sheet, but I didn't.
You're fine. You're. What do we call it?
Played 39 minutes.
39 of the 40 minutes,
and had 35 points. He had one of the lower plus minuses besides Kostic, who had 8 plus minus.
I don't like that stat plus. I don't like that stat plus minus. They need to get rid of it. I know I'm old.
Who's responsible for points? It really does.
I know the definition of a plus minus. I've seen the plus minus. I'm just like, as Victor described once upon a time on this program, I am of the now get the hell off of my lawn kind of thing.
I think you need finger you really need to point at BYU is Kenner Davis Jr.
Yep.
You are. Let's see. So you are a 6'6" forward, and you played 38 minutes in this game, and you telling me you only dropped 9 points? 9?
What was that?
Victor, 0.
What was this? Was it Darren? Was it Darren Williams that was talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So he basically pulled a Darren Williams.
Yeah.
Who said
0?
Oh, she's
0.
She's up close now. She's ready for her close up.
And then last year, Utah transfer
Apologies. The tracking was a little weird, so I think I may have to spend the weekend fixing it. So unfortunately, I'm just upper body for now. But
understood.
I'm tracking.
But we'll take a look at this. We'll finish taking a look at this game, and then we'll go back to a second round matchup that is going to have VCU shaking in their boots as well as they should. Texas moves on to the second round. Matas Vokatitis, 23 points, 16 rebounds, an assist and a block. And this will make Droid happy that I'm bringing this up. This will also make Victor happy. You know where BYU got killed last night?
Where?
On the boards.
Mm-hmm.
In particular.
And that was what was like the Sienna strong suit was their ability to rebound. When you look back at the Sienna game, and then you look at BYU, all the rebounds came from Debanza.
Yep.
And that's it.
We'll take a pause here and we'll look at what Illinois did to Poe Penn. And their second round matchup with VCU. And I liken that game. I'll just say this. I'll use a football reference down VCU and Illinois on Saturday. And Victor ain't going to like me for this, but it's going to be hilarious. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Race car drivers change lanes very fast, but with no outside mirrors. How come they don't crash? Introducing Angel View, the new wide-angle mirror that reduces blind spots. Angel View simply snaps over your car's rear view mirror, giving you a 160-degree view behind you. Just look at the difference. Look, ordinary rear view mirrors are small and flat, but Angel View has a huge mirror with curved glass. This convex shape allows you to see both blind spots with one glance. And with our Pro Edition special coating, it's anti-glare at night. Get your Angel View now for just $19.99. But wait, Angel View may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Angel View is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. Once the current inventory is gone, it's gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-495-0761. That's 1-800-495-0761. Or visit getangelview.com. Order now.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Nine after the hour, and a shout to our buddy Chris Dietz, who is on vacation for the next week. Be safe and have fun, my friend. Speaking of fun, Illinois had some fun with the Penn Quakers last night. David Merkovic, 29 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 11 of 17 from the field. Penn got out to a 4-0 lead. Then Illinois woke up. That final last night was 105-70. One of, Droid, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 100-point games in yesterday's first round action. It was Illinois, Michigan, and then St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis. That was if anybody thought that UGA was actually going to come out with the win over St. Louis, you're a joke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Number one offense in the country. They showed it. I'm not sorry to UGA fans. This ain't college football anymore. You're not that good.
And they haven't been for a long time. And yes, Pizzle, we're actually live for once. And Pizzle has every reason to say it that way, especially given the past 3 weeks. We continue on. Illinois is physical. They can shoot the ball, and they turned a 4-0 deficit into a 40-30 lead. And then the second half hit, and it got worse. It got worse for the Quakers. 15 three-point field goals made for Illinois. Merkovic posted a double-double. And as I mentioned, one of 3 100-point games in the first round of the tournament. Now to a matchup that Droid and I both have teased. It's VCU and Illinois in the second round.
Here's my message to Illinois. Don't sleep on VCU, please.
My message is don't let up. Because if you sleep on VCU, Illinois will suffer the same fate as North Carolina.
You will get got.
You will get got. Absolutely. Just like Georgia got yesterday.
Oh, no.
Listen, St. Louis, Amari McCautry for St. Louis had 13 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. And
Do you know why the stats are so low?
Points. St. Louis hung 102 points on the Bulldogs.
So do you know why Amari McCautry's stats are so low?
Time.
No way.
Wow.
Is that for real?
Hold on, let me verify that.
No. Is that real?
Yes, Chuck Norris has died, and it covers Hawaii.
Wow.
It's
real. My God.
The legend.
The only thing
I'm sorry. I need to disclose this right now. I'm also currently dual streaming this to a Discord call, and my friends on there are also quite shocked to hear this.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing in my ear right now is a lot of cursing.
Understood.
I mean, we all said the only thing that'll beat Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris, and that was right.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Well, thanks for the laugh, McCarthy. Death is about to have a Chuck Norris experience.
Oh no.
Man, I wouldn't want to see Chuck Norris in a fight. Ever. Yeah. Yeah, in Kauai, Hawaii. Yep. Born in Oklahoma. He was 86 when he passed away.
the random Chuck Norris facts that he used to have?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, for
Yes.
instance, they said the Grand Canyon was actually created by a Chuck Norris axe kick.
Well, yeah. Chuck Norris never gets game over. He keeps on playing. Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one rule? And I know we're completely off base here, just with, but we're getting this news. We got to pay him some homage. What's a one rule that you identify the most with Chuck Norris? For me, it's Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, one roll.
Mm-hmm.
Walker's Razor, but honestly, I like Sidekicks. That was a really cool movie.
Mm-hmm.
McCarthy. McCarthy.
It's a very interesting movie that I remember watching at a drive-in, and it was Chuck Norris versus Steven Seagal. I'm not exactly sure what it was about, but it was one of the very few where Steven Seagal was the bad guy. So I was like, okay, I actually like this particular movie.
For me, it was The Way of the Dragon, but
Way of the Dragon's a good one too.
I'm here on my own. Snowman, are you okay?
No, I'm not sure what's going on Snowman's side, but we hear you, ma'am.
Brian may have disconnected. His internet's been super spotty lately.
Mm-hmm. As long as it hasn't been a pet-induced accident. Like, for instance, a cat going by and turned off the.
I feel like I need to put on my sad expression right now. I forget which button it is. Hold on.
Chuck Norris once impregnated a nunnery. Those children became the 1972 Miami Dolphins. Okay.
Supposed to be this one.
And Dietz has landed. Jesus landed safely.
With a Bloody Mary.
And a Bloody Mary.
With a Bloody Mary. Pizzle says Walker, Texas Ranger. That's the role that I identify Chuck Norris with the most.
He's one of the most hilarious Chuck Norris facts I've ever heard of.
What's that?
JFK did not get killed by a stray bullet. Before the bullet hit him, Chuck Norris stood in the way and roundhouse kicked the bullet and stopped it midair. The only problem is that JFK's head exploded from sheer amazement. And I was like,
who wrote that one?
I'm not like sure who wrote that one. Because that's like those random generated facts. I don't know who wrote that one.
His head exploded on
out of sheer amazement.
Out of sheer amazement. It was a medical emergency in Hawaii that hospitalized Chuck Norris.
Well, we now know that the devil will.
Superman wears Chuck Norris underpants. Says Dietz.
Well, I'm gonna say right now. Now we know the devil will never.
Why
the
not?
devil will never ever try to challenge heaven again because Chuck Norris is there.
Because Chuck Norris is there, absolutely. Chuck Norris's McDonald's order was once wrong, so he punched the sign. That restaurant is now a Wendy's.
What would honestly, if you had to guess, what would Chuck Norris's McDonald's order be?
Everything on the menu, and then he'd work. He'd
probably get a Big Mac, and if they gave him the middle bun, he'd punch him in the face.
Right.
It doesn't matter what he orders. If they mess it up, they're gonna get socked in the mouth.
Napoleon, I like that one. That's a clever one.
Chuck Norris never.
Nice.
He scared the crap out of him.
Very nice.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna inform my parents of the news. Just give me a moment.
Well, we're gonna take a break and we'll get back to our brackets, but Chuck Norris dead at the age of 86. I never thought I would say those words aloud because it just seemed to me for the longest time Chuck Norris was invincible. Well, that got proven wrong, unfortunately. Rest in peace, power in paradise, Chuck Norris. We'll be back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
There is a road laid out for me, leading down to
boxes everywhere. And this is gonna be Addie's room.
I am blind, but I need not see.
I think you're really gonna like it.
I know this road is there for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Waist down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see. I know this love is there for me.
Nice and slow.
If
I got
I'm
this.
free, take me down to the river
Nice.
and wash me.
Okay. What do you think?
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
And what does Georgia do? Well, as a team that has a championship pedigree would do, they came out full guns blazing, just like a tested SEC team would do. And
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Start with the biggest name first. Chapel Bill now. It's no longer called Chapel Hill. It's called Chapel Bill because Bill Belichick is now the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Because we take this job so serious.
And Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell. That's what he needs.
What did Father O'Shaughnessy do?
I quit. We're done here. I'm done. We're out of here.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
That never gets old. 43 after the hour.
To this day, we still don't know what Father O'Shaughnessy did.
We won't know either.
We won't. We won't.
Scorpion knows.
Just Only Playmaker knows, and he won't tell us.
It's Playmaker. He never will. He keeps everything a secret, doesn't he?
No. Not
There used to be
everything.
a time where he even kept his own face a secret.
Yeah. Then he became an associate and one of the best friends of this show, and that all changed.
Also, one of my friends says whenever we say Playmaker, he thinks of something from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Jesus. 43 after the hour. Top of the hour will give us not only our ID, but a scoreboard update. And yes, I'm bringing that back. But a side note here, as we look in the D3 Division 3 tournament, New York University's record 91-game winning streak is over. They lose to Scranton 60-52 in the Final Four of the D3 NCAA tournament on Thursday night. The NYU Violets had the second longest winning streak in NCAA history, trailing only, you guessed it, UConn, who won 111 in a row. I still don't know how that streak ended. Two-time defending champs got off to a slow start, trailed 30-18 at the half to Scranton. They rallied in the second half, cutting the Lady Royals lead to 3 early in the third quarter, but Scranton had an answer. So this is D3 women's tournament. Down 13 in the fourth, NYU got to within 56-52 with 46 seconds left, and those would be the last points they scored. So the Violets' last loss was March 11, 2023, where they were beaten by Transylvania in the Elite Eight. Shut up. Get out of my head.
I will say this. I was watching I keep watching that ad for No Credits Required.
Yes.
Every time Ryan McCarthy talks about how he became a Jets fan because of Kermit the Frog, I'm wondering, like, why isn't he a Chiefs fan? Because isn't Patrick Mahomes like Kermit the Frog?
Shut up. Shut up. You're right, but shut up.
Which prompts a question before we go on here. This is for not only the panel here, but for the chat as well. Mm-hmm. Who or what made you a fan of the team that you love the most?
88.
Michael Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
For me, 16.
Yep. Mr. Mond.
I think in general, I think
here, give me this camera.
The right thing to say.
Yeah, give me this camera.
Take it.
Shane, the greatest quarterback, wore 16, not 12. And in fact, Mr. Brady still to this day pays homage to number 16. So take all of that.
Oh, and
Ace Ventura. That is a good one. Fizzle.
That's a good one, Fizzle. Oh, and McCarthy says, "Enjoy Justin Fields, droid."
Shut up. I don't want to be reminded that Justin Fields is a Kansas City Chief.
You know what? I would. Oh hell! Does he see the field at all this year?
Week 1, maybe.
Week 1, possibly week 2, just in case they want to give Patrick like an extra week.
But because for me, it was my grandfather. But in terms of players, Jamal Charles, easily.
Jamal Charles. Okay. This proves how old I am because my favorite Chiefs running back is Christian Okoye.
I still know about the Nigerian Nightmare.
You know what we need to do? We have to.
Shut up, Deez. Oh my. You know, once you get back from vacation, I am slamming you into the ground, sir.
Hey. If you two are going to have a fight, at least let us commentate it.
And of course, Deez comes in with.
I'll sell tickets. It'll be pay-per-view.
and Deeds comes in with a new
droid with the steel chair about to pounce on
and
I'll use more than steel. It'll be stainless steel.
Wow.
What a mercy.
Deeds is all season just to piss off. Okay. I'll dive down this rabbit hole. I don't want to dive down this rabbit hole because I know George's going to yell in my ear via text message for the rest of the day, but I'll dive down this rabbit hole. What if he does play all season?
Well, the number one in the draft.
He went quiet.
First overall pick, 0-17.
Yep. There will be a Subway sandwich called the Justin Fields special if that happens.
There'll be a Whataburger combo.
Okay.
McCarthy says, yes, Kermit the Frog was the gateway, but the player who made me a Jets fan, Richard Todd. I remember Richard Todd. Richard Todd, the fellow who threw 3 interceptions to A.J. Dewey in a muddy Orange Bowl in the 82 AFC Championship game. I don't know how I remembered that. We got to give Jen a team to root for, and it ain't going to be the Cowboys.
No. It's going to be England.
England, England, England.
For every World Cup tournament, it's be England.
You know what
I'm rooting for them in the World Cup this year.
You know what I could you know what I could do to help enhance
Also,
Jen's
just to address someone in my Discord chat. Yes, I know we haven't won for 60 years, but you know what? If the men can't do it, then you know what? Next year, the women absolutely will.
I think Dietz just answered my question.
Broncos. Why?
Umas.
I see that. Uma musume.
Yeah, you know what? He's got a point.
I think that's it. I think she just got her team. I'll give you another reason.
Does this mean I have to come in like vodka cosplay every time we talk about football?
Maybe.
Damn it.
You know why? Wait. You also know, you want another reason why Jen should root for the Broncos? We're just suggesting it. You know why she should also? Because the Broncos are the reason she had to cosplay as vodka the following Monday after the playoff game.
That's true.
You know what? No, I quit. I'm done.
If y'all don't remember, I did the play-by-play call of that playoff game with the Broncos and the Buffalo Bills, and as long as the Bills were leading, Jen was happy. But then Jen opened her whole mouth and said, "If the Broncos came back, give me this. Let me do this the right way." Because Jen opened her whole mouth and said, quote, "If the Broncos come back and win, on Monday's show, I will cosplay as vodka."
And you did.
Close quote. Well, son of a gun, if the Broncos didn't do just that. The Broncos led 20-10 at the half. But it was the third quarter where Jen made her statement after the Bills came all the way back and took the lead. And then the walk-off field goal happened in overtime. Broncos win 33-30. And Jen said a lot of bad words after I signed off the air.
Hurtful. Including the words I
Here's
and
my
cute.
question to the panel. What would Jen's college team be? Queens? I mean, they did make the tournament.
I'm an empress now, not a queen.
Let's see.
Oh, I know Jen's college team, SMU.
The
Why?
Mustangs.
Mustangs. Same reason. Umas.
Why must everything be related to Uma Musume with me?
You know what?
Because we love the fact that
royalty.
Yep.
Because we love the fact that you introduced Uma Musume to us and to this show.
So just put the operative word in there.
Pretty soon I'm gonna have to
You know what? An empress needs an army. So we're gonna say the Michigan State Spartans.
Nah. McCarthy said I was going to say the Wyoming
Cowboys. Yes, we haven't had that in a while. I wonder if that button still exists.
It will after the break.
Yeah.
It will after the break. And I know the button y'all are looking for because Napoleon was asking for it also. I had to do some cleaning up in the truck here. But as a matter of fact, here.
He found it.
Let's just say I found where it's located. But yeah, Jen's team. What's a royal college team?
Like let's not just think royal names. Let's think also a team that has a lot of prestige when it comes to college basketball.
When it comes to college basketball, well, we ain't doing North Carolina. They showed their lack of prestige last night.
Yeah, and also we wouldn't want her to cheer on Chapel Bill.
I have the perfect team for Jen to cheer on, and they play Saturday.
Oh.
In the women's tournament. UConn
Huskies, yep.
You said royalty.
Yeah.
They're undefeated. They're the defending champs. They've won the most national championships. There you go. UConn.
They are royal.
And today begins the official beginning of the UConn Invitational, aka the Women's National Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
My alma mater, Regent University, is named the Royals, but they're only in their first season in NCAA Division III. Okay.
They'll be Division I eventually. Give it time.
Yeah, Scranton has the Royals also. The Royals and the Lady Royals. But yeah, Jen's team is for women's basketball, to be specific. Jen's team is UConn. There's royalty right there.
I was gonna say that too.
There's royalty right there.
But what about college football?
What would Jen's team be for college football? I would suggest SMU, but they're not there.
They're there. It's just their team isn't really showing.
They should bring. We'll have this discussion next week. They should bring back the Southwest Conference, but more on that later. Folks, if you got a suggestion on what Jen's college football team should be, put it in the chat. Scarlet Knights. There you go. Scarlet Knights.
Big Ten team. They've been around for years. They had old success way back in the day, just like England.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not that good now, just like England.
But see,
I mean, the women's team is still really good. Like,
I'm talking about the men's
Euros.
Team.
The women's team won the Euros back to back, and we were like second place in the World Cup.
Well,
yeah.
Let me put it like this: as long as Harry Kane is
there
still
you
around,
go.
you're not winning the World Cup.
We got okay. Here you go. Deet says Rutgers is the birthplace of college football, which it is, and Ryan has a suggestion: the Army Golden Knights.
Is that because I'm gonna be golden?
Yep.
You're always golden.
And you're an empress too, so you need knights.
How about her?
Hey, let me make my references to the song. Come on.
That's why we're helping you. We're making the same references. And by the way, Jen, I am redoing your station ID because I just found 2 new gems. I'm going to add to it.
Oh no! So
is Bogo's Benton Caleb Williams going or?
Oh, it's staying. It's staying.
I'm scared.
Bogo's
scared.
Listen,
Williams.
I'm scared.
I gotta do one for Deb.
Oh my god!
I have to do an ID.
All I have to say is the Deb ID. You are required to include Caleb Williams. Shut your mouth.
Oh, that's gonna be probably the ending.
You are required to include that, good sir.
Oh, that's the front and the back of it.
Well, you know what's
the first
funny?
part's the front.
There's one that I think you need to find for Deb. It was a game we were doing. It was for the picks, and just hearing Dean, she just said, "Ew." I just don't know who
Alabama, because they need more famous fan than Stephen A. Says Deeds.
I wouldn't wish. No, I'm gonna shut that down, Deeds. No, I wouldn't want Jen to be an Alabama fan, especially since A, I'm married to a Hoosier fan, and B, Indiana stomped a mud hole in their ass. But I already know what's going to happen with this new set of packages I'm going to put together for everybody, especially for Jen. The next phrase is, "We need to see it." And I think I'm going to start making I think I'm going to make the IDs visual.
That'll definitely help a lot more with viewer retention on the video side.
Yeah.
What's going to
Droid,
be funny
you and
is
I.
if my IDs included my MMDs as well. That would just be like funny.
Get out of my head.
Imagine hearing Bogo's Binted Caleb Williams and you just see Jen dancing.
Stop that idea right now.
Now
write it down.
We need to see it. We need to see it.
And my Discord just played the original sound from Gigi Marin. the original. Both those Benton Maury Calliope.
Caleb
Wait a minute. Where'd it go?
Poor Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams? Who cares?
I had a good season. I'm still getting clowned.
I had a good season. I'm still getting clowned. Because you're still young. We're going to clown you until you're at least 30.
Victor said it to me at the end of the season. He said, "You can't say anything bad about Caleb Williams." Oh, yes, the hell I can.
No, I didn't.
Go with this, will you please? Go with this, Victor. Victor said, "You can't say anything bad about Caleb Williams." Yes, I can. He says, "What?" He says, "What bad can you say about him?" Everything, until one thing happens. He says, "What's that?" They do it again. You want to impress me, Caleb Williams? Do it again. Because I know many a quarterback, Tommy Kramer included, old Vikings quarterback, that had being the operative Wade, something they had something going with him, and then Wade Wilson happened. So I don't trust Caleb Williams. I never will trust Caleb Williams. I give 2/5 of a half of a damn about Caleb Williams. Fix the offensive line, develop a running game, then maybe, just maybe, I'll be nice to him.
Well, hell, you got common on guy.
Oh yeah, Jen, I never asked this. What team do
there
you
it is.
support in the EPL?
Oh, in the British Premier League?
Yeah.
I am likely going to get a lot of people aiming their knives and swords at me, like that one picture from Tangled. But I actually do not support any individual team in England. I'm one of those people who don't really like to watch that kind of football because, let's be honest, who really wants to see grown men fake and pretend injuries like little crybaby boys?
Wow,
me.
Out the flop.
However, when it comes to the Euros and the World Cup, I will always support England as a whole.
Okay.
But
And
okay, what is your family
also in respect to my mom, I also support Denmark.
That where your mom's from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was your
Cool.
your close family have any team?
of course, never forget what happened to Christian Eriksen, I believe in 2021.
What was that, Droid?
What if you don't support a team, does your family have a team?
My dad supports Chelsea.
Well, you just made Droid throw up.
I'm sorry.
By
I'm a
the
Bournemouth
way-
fan. I cannot stand Chelsea with every fiber of my being.
By the way, I kind of found something before we
not
go to
ready to
our
end this conversation.
before we go to the top of the hour. I kind of found something, and it's going to make Jen very, very happy. Now, I have a request.
Okay.
I got the one for vodka, got the one for gold ship. The next request is Bakshin.
Oh no! Oh no! Are you seriously going to make me listen to the constant backsheen when I make it?
I already got the sound.
I'm in for hell.
It could be
No,
dialogue.
wait, just a moment. You're not in for hell yet till I say this.
Ball goes Benton, Caleb
Williams.
Okay,
Is
you
there
should
air?
and also to my
Just a
Discord,
moment.
shut the hell up singing that song.
Just a moment. Just a moment. You're not in hell yet till I play this
Ball goes Benton, Caleb Williams.
or this
It's really the end. No. Delicious.
or this.
I am cute. I hate
Or
it here. I hate it
this.
here. I hate it here. Now my face, you thirsty chiz.
Basically playing all their station IDs.
Yep.
Oh, I got more.
I hate it
I got
here.
more. I have a full.
Andreas
60
Ryan, shut up.
I got a full. I can put a full 60-second ID together with just Jen's voice.
No, please no.
Especially, folks. Especially when I pull a sound from the divisional playoff when the Broncos won.
Oh.
What? What?
My favorite one. My favorite one now is Joy talking about. I did something stupid today.
You did not.
I went
you
to go
did
get some
not
milk.
record that.
I poured the milk in a glass. Put the carton of milk in the cabinet.
You
Put the
did
glass
not.
milk in the
You
fridge.
did not.
Second hour of Snowman in the Morning in the Deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, It makes the victory sweet.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Cause we take this job so serious.
Get me the out of here, please.
Hey! There it is.
Damn it!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
You know who I got to make a station ID package for? Allie.
Oh, for Mike Drop Moran.
And playmakers.
I got a few mic drop moments.
I know which one.
You mean other than keep the bee?
I got a few more. Speaking of an ID, we owe you one. This is Snowman in the Morning at 11:10 a.m.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia.
We need to see it. Put somebody in the middle of the field.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that game sucked.
You fool! I'm on Alarm Island.
What the is that?
Give me them cocks!
Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty
I'm on Alarm Island. The hell is that? Give me them cocks!
I totally forgot I put that. I totally forgot I put that one together because I did it at 2 a.m. off of the.
But yeah,
And yes, I included Pizzle in that package. I think it just fit.
Go ahead.
Speaking of the YouTube,
go to hell. That's what he needs.
Hold on, Droid. You have something to say? Go ahead.
Go, Droid.
The thing is, McCoffey needs to remind himself, if he's a Crystal Palace fan, you got one of the best chants now in the EPL. Samina mina waka waka Charles again, who gives up? We won the FA Cup. Like the best chant by far. But we got games today.
Best chant I've heard in a long time. It would apply to too many.
Oh my God! No deets. No deets. Uncle.
No, hell no. Somebody's waiting for
to
us.
kill Mr. Coffee. You're trying to kill Mr. Coffee.
He's trying to kill me, and I don't live in Chicago anymore.
Yeah,
but it's my hometown.
living. Go ahead.
Somebody's waiting for us. Jesus Christ.
Is it Mike?
Magical Fiery wins the Windy City. Had brought us Mike Drop Moran, Allison Moran.
Mike Drop Moran.
Good morning, Allie. How are you?
Good morning. I am doing well.
And
It's happy.
And Allison brought in the good news.
Yes. We'll have a WNBA season this year. Yes. And exactly the time that we predicted that this deal was going to get done. Right?
And I did ask the question yesterday, and I asked you, Allie.
Sure.
Does it, with all of the crazy that happened just to get to this, could there be a small drop in viewership because of the shining off the apple, because of just how long this took? Or are people just going to be like, you know what? It's done. We getting into it. Let's get the WNBA on the roll again.
I think that this is just rolling along, mostly because the players are excited about this deal. And they have every reason to be excited about it. For those who haven't heard yet, the collective bargaining agreement ties player pay to league revenue, which is going to boost their salary cap to $7 million and raising average salaries to about $600,000. They get the share of the merchandise. They get the share of so much that they've been angling for these, something, it feels like 500 months, but it's.
You know what, Allie? I talked about this earlier in the week, and it's the exact timeline you and I predicted. Because the original moratorium was 30 days. And Allie and I are thinking, nah, they'll extend it. And
no bleeping way.
Ain't no bleeping way. There's no bleeping way they're going to settle this. If they were going to settle this in 30 days. There was just... We have covered this league for many, many moons. We have seen this happen before. 2020, anybody? All right. Even before that, 2000, anybody? When the league was about to go bankrupt. 2000, because they expanded too fast. They expanded too fast. And you could see this train wreck coming from a mile away. And the many times they were going to push the extension. Allie's original prediction here was 30, 60, 90. I said, to hell with that. It's going to go 30, 60, and then 90. Then it's going to go to 120, and it's going to go to 150. What happened? 157 days after the original moratorium was announced, they have a handshake deal. So it worked to anyway.
A very interesting question. He said, now that a deal is prospectively done, basically. The next question is, does this save Kathy's job? Does this save Kathy's job?
I'll answer that. Yeah. I will answer that question for you like this. Dear Kathy Engelberg.
You're fired.
Nobody answers for me on women's sports questions, Snowman, just to let you know.
Speaking of women's sports, I wanted to ask about the PW real quick, before we get into of course, the women's college basketball, which kicks off today.
Yes.
The PWHL, the season's starting to wrap up because we're getting into basketball season, end of college basketball season, start of whatever other season. I think women's soccer is starting back up too.
NWS gets going.
Yep. March 22nd.
The Victoire and the Fleet are the two favorites to win the championship. Who do you think really has the better opportunity to win a championship? Is it Megan Keller, gold medalist, winning Boston Fleet? Or is it the Montreal Victoire?
I'm going to make the bold prediction that Montreal has not seen a championship for quite some time, and I do believe they will be the victoire of this game this time. And I'm looking forward to that. Interestingly enough, March 25th, the Takeover Tour is repeating at Allstate Arena, and this time I'm also predicting a sellout there because
I was just gonna, are they gonna open the whole arena? Because they did it in December, and unfortunately only 7,000 were there because of December weather happened in Chicago.
And the other thing was that it was the week before Christmas, and you've got kids scattering to every end of the earth. It was not proper timing. And I think that this time around, it's going to be a much better representation for the Chicago area. And hopefully it will also bring a chance for our own PWHL team, which would be crazy not to have it here.
Look, if a PWHL team, or when it happens and it's announced in Chicago, by that time, I'm going to have some wheels. And if I got to commute up there and make it a drive for me and my wife just to feed her some pizza and some hot dogs to cover a women's hockey game, and Allie and I do it together up in a press box, then dadgummit, I'm going to do it.
Pizza's on me, buddy. Oh, if you come, pizza's on me. I'm going to take you to Lou Malnati's because that is the best pizza in Chicago.
You know what?
My opinion.
That's a lie, because I got 4 favorites and I can't put one over the other because, Allie, you've known me for a long time. I love deep dish pizza.
Yep.
I absolutely adore deep dish pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go on, a shout to Victor Wembanyama. His game winner has put the Spurs back in the playoffs.
All right. Welcome back, Spurs. I've missed you.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm a Rockets fan. Screw the Spurs.
Shut up.
He is. Oh wow.
He can say that jokingly, and I know he's a Rockets fan, but he's been complaining that Kevin Durant's been getting too many minutes, and the Rockets made a crucial mistake, and Droid pointed this out at the deadline. They didn't get a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the Spurs met De'Aaron Fox.
Don't worry. We're gonna put some bandage wrap over Fred VanVleet's leg and throw him in. And once the playoffs get around.
You know, a season I'm looking forward to besides the WNBA, and I know I'm going to be busy, so I'll get out there. The NWSL is going to be crazy.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the Women's Baseball League also. That begins in
That is going to be so exciting. I cannot wait.
I can't wait for it either.
I feel like we've been asking for this for like too long. It's been a long time waiting.
I've been asking for this since I saw ESPN air an exhibition game featuring women's baseball. And right after I watched that game, I said they need to make this a reality. Well, this August it becomes a reality.
Whoa. Snowman.
Yes, sir.
No one talks about it.
Don't I talk baseball? Wait a minute. Wait. Let me do this right in the form of an old intro
Find the
that
opening.
the great Cole Johnson put together for me.
And I'll
And
explain
if I find the clip I'm looking for, yep, I just found it. And an old opening that Cole did for us featured this exchange. Well, no one talks about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real? Yeah. Allie, another station. The owner of the station specifically instructed him, do not talk about baseball because no one talks about baseball.
No.
Which is a lie.
I just lied. Sorry.
I told
Big
this
guy, I am a life.
Famous words. Who told this lie?
Say again, Allie.
Exactly.
I am a lifelong Cubs fan.
I know.
Their home opener is a week from today, I believe, and I am so psyched for it. I'm looking forward to
I
the
plan
baseball
to go to the Royals
season.
home opener too.
Yeah.
I'm psyched for my debut of Wednesday Night Baseball.
Yes.
On this channel, and we're gonna be doing a lot of baseball coverage.
I'm
So
looking forward to another kind of debut of yours later this year, Snowman.
what's that?
You should know what it is. We've been discussing it off the air, remember?
I've been asleep since then.
Is it
And
the show
you'll
between
have to
you and
remind-
Laz?
Now think about it. Think about it. What am I?
Okay. Yeah, then I'll make this promo right now. Jen and Laz will be hosting a podcast called Hear Me Out. And I'm producing the darn thing, which means there are going to be sound effects all over the place.
But
Hey, don't forget, Laz and I would also like producer Perms too, just in case you're not around.
I think it's about time we dip our toes into the big tournament.
Dipping our toes, nothing.
As long as it's the women's tournament.
Yep, I'm
It
jumping
is.
in.
We already covered the men's tournament.
I'm jumping in feet first by saying this sentence. Who's going to stop UConn?
It's UConn versus
in the UConn It's UConn versus the world, as Chris Deeds has correctly said all week.
They're playing
It's the
PvE.
UConn. It's the UConn Invitational.
I don't disagree with that, Brian. Not at all. I'm just trying to think if anybody's going to be able to stop UConn.
I love Texas and what they've done. Madison Booker and Rory Harmon, the super sophomore Madison Booker. You gotta
watch it. Vanderbilt's going to go on a miracle run somehow. They always
and
find a
they're
way.
gonna run and they're gonna run smack dab into UConn's pressure.
And they are going to die.
I would love to
You
see
said
how
that so
far
many. They are going to die.
That's your moment this week, baby.
Allie has said it all year when it comes to UConn. Matter of fact, Allie gave me a suggestion in a message. She says, "Why don't you do a UConn game just to keep your chops sharp?" Yeah. Marquette happened. Marquette grabbed the lead, and then Sarah Strong buried a 28-footer, and Marquette's mouths went agape, and it was over. Then later that week, Deeds pointed this out. They beat Marquette by 15. They beat Villanova by 14, and then everybody else gets blown out by 28 and 30 at a time.
You know what's funny about this is that we were just talking about UNC's head coach. What's his name again?
Hubert Davis.
And Allie has talked about just how focused UConn's head coach is. And you can see the difference in success. Hubert Davis, all he cares about is beating Duke. Guess what? They end up they get bound in the first round. UConn.
Gino Auriemma wants number 13 in terms of national championship. If they run the table, think of how incredible this feat will be. If they run the table, they will have their 7th undefeated national championship season. 7. If they got to run the table, they got to take care of business. They got to run the table, or in this case, run through the table, because Allie and I have both seen Gino Auriemma in person and how he coaches his team. God knows the Big East battles against DePaul, especially Rath Arena would blow the roof off the joint.
Exactly.
7 defeated national championship seasons. There are 6 combined after Gino Auriemma. I know Baylor has one. Texas had one in 1986. UConn's first one was 1995 with the great Rebecca Lobo leading their team. I mentioned Baylor. They have 6 undefeated national champions. Matter of fact, I saw a stat, and someone please fact check me on this. There are a total of 12 undefeated national championships in women's basketball, and UConn is half of them.
Yep. I've got one word, though, for you in this tournament. Do you know what? Let's fear the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State.
Dakota State.
Yeah. Brooklyn Meyer. Do not forget that name. They're going to be a surprise in this tournament. They're going to take out somebody.
Look, South Dakota State has always, in terms of women's basketball, and we have all talked about who would be that one team that could be on the precipice. It's South Dakota State. They've been so close so many years. Brooklyn Meyer may take them over the top more than once. There's another young lady who I'm excited to watch perform in this tournament, and her name is Michaela Blakes.
Yes. And Vanderbilt Commodores. Yes. You know, Coach Shea Ralph, my gosh, it was I'll tell you. The thing that they're going to need to make up is their 89-78 debacle to Ole Miss in the SEC tournament. And, Yep, and I know Shea Ralph got ejected during that game, which is a real rarity. I thought only Kim Mulkey did enough damage to get ejected, but
We've all seen Mulkey we've all seen Kim Mulkey melt down at Baylor and at LSU
in leopard skin. So
absolutely.
It's great. And here's the thing. I expect Vandy to at least hit the Elite Eight. I would be very surprised if they didn't hit the Elite Eight.
It would surprise me if they didn't reach the Elite Eight. And if Bracket serves me correctly, they'd run into you know who.
Mm-hmm. They would.
If Vandy hits the Elite Eight, like a certain team we know that's going to hit the Elite Eight, Vandy would be at what did Joy say a moment ago? Vandy would go on a miracle run, and then they'd run right into the strong wall.
Yep. And
I got nothing against Vanderbilt because I did a game earlier with Vanderbilt when they blew out Texas.
Yep.
In Nashville.
I remember that game.
They beat the hell out of Texas. They held Madison Booker to 13 points in that game.
Yep.
So Vanderbilt can indeed go on that miraculous run. They can indeed go on that miraculous run. But there's a clash of the Titans are coming, and it's going to be UConn and Vanderbilt.
Right.
And Vanderbilt's going to run it, and Vanderbilt's going to run into a brick wall.
they might run into a brick wall. The thing is, in that kind of matchup, I would think that Vandy would give UConn a real scare for their money. I think that will be an incredible matchup if it happens. And that's the great thing about this tournament. Gino is, as I've said quite often, is the last person who thinks that UConn is going to go all the way. He has never had that mentality. Last year, when they were a number 3 seed, he just said the girls will be ready for the NCAAs. Yeah. So they were a surprise. Say that again,
They were
honey.
number 3 seed and they blew everybody out.
Yes.
They were a number 3 seed and they blew everybody to smithereens.
That's
this
right.
This time they're a number 1 seed, and the fear for the folks watching, they're going to blow everybody to smithereens again.
Yeah.
And
That's
Sarah Strong
likely.
is just a sophomore. And Sarah Strong is just a sophomore. Let me say that you're going to have 2 of the best sophomores that could make it all the way to Phoenix. Sarah Strong from UConn, Madison Booker from Texas.
Let's talk about Ozzie Fudd. Let's not forget Ozzie.
Fudd, the leader.
Yeah. It's Ozzie, not Ozzie.
Leader of the pack.
Yeah. You got to love both of them together.
The leader.
They're the best. You look like you're going to say something.
There's so many interchangeable parts.
Yeah.
There's so many. I'm having lag here, so bear with me, folks. I'm getting everything reset. There are so many interchangeable parts with this UConn team.
Yeah.
And that's not the scariest part of it.
Yeah.
The scariest part is what could happen to a team, say, when Tennessee tied UConn at the half. And then they came out for the second half. You blink and you lose by 30.
That's about right. That is about right.
Where have we seen that? But if there's a surprise besides South Dakota State, if there's a surprise team that you could look at say pulling not one but maybe two upsets aside of South Dakota State, who is that team?
Villanova.
Okay.
Villanova. Yes. Jasmine Basco. They're a number 10 seed. Let's put it this way. Some good things come from Canada. She's a sophomore. We have not talked about Villanova at all because UConn sucks up all of the air when it comes to discussions about women's basketball, which is kind of too bad because that overlooks so many other teams. But Villanova and I should say young Ms. Basco, who's a sophomore, led the Big East in points per game and assists, 18.8 points per game and 4.8 assists per game. They had some fairly nice wins over James Madison and West Virginia, and they're taking on Texas Tech. So I think they could make it out of at least the first weekend.
I think so.
Yeah, I think they could definitely come out with a good run. I think that it'll be real interesting to see how far Villanova can go because they have had no air in the conversations of anyone as of late until the Big East tournament. And I think
that's the thing with the Big East. Villanova, not to mention St. John's, both did great in the Big East.
Yeah.
And they got swallowed up by the monster in Stores, Connecticut.
Yep. And I think it'll continue to be that way too. But we'll see. Well,
as long as Gino breathes, we said it about Michael Jordan for 13 years in Chicago. As long as Gino Auriemma breathes, he's going to have a championship contender
somewhere. You know who we haven't talked about at all in this conversation yet is UCLA. It's Lauren Betts, the woman, the legend.
And I'll give you another legend who stirs the drink, and that's Kiki Rice.
Yes, so true, so true.
Right, so you got Kiki Rice, you got Lauren Betts, Charlize Walker, a transfer from Washington State. But Allie, you know me, you've seen my coverage of UCLA. If there's a person you need to watch on that team besides the three we just mentioned, her name is Angela Dugalich, 6'5" student. And boy, can she shoot the ball.
Here's a good potential for UCLA too. They might get to LSU. But the big question, how about it? Can't wait to see that kind of matchup. However, they're likely going to have to face Duke in the Sweet 16 because you can never. I am such a fan of Kira Lawson and the way she's managed, and I said that Kira Lawson, you cannot count out Duke. And indeed, you could not count them out. She is the Coach K there, I think. So for an older generation of people who remember Coach K at Duke.
Mike Krzyzewski, a Chicago, mind you. Chicago.
Southside, man.
I had the pleasure of meeting Coach K when I covered Hales Franciscan for a few games, especially when they played in the Catholic League. If it was a big Catholic game, Coach K was there, Roy Williams was there, Tom Izzo was there. So you had all the deans, you had the deans of all the coaches there, scouting players. Duke is a sleeper team because they're back-to-back ACC champions. Like you said, Allie, no one has talked about Duke.
No, and I could see them in the Final Four.
I can see them there also.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you another team I can see in the Final Four that no one is talking about, and that is the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yes. Now, without Caitlin Clark anymore for the last 2 seasons, I mean, they really didn't miss that much of a beat in continuing to have a really quality matchup. And I'm really surprised about that. Usually teams with their one superstar, they tend to fall off the map after the superstar leaves, and and their coach left too. The coach, quote unquote, retired, and then went on to help out Caitlin some more at the Indiana Fever, and so. I could see the Hawkeyes doing some good damage in this tournament. I do not see them any higher than the Elite Eight, though. I would say if they make it to the round of 16.
That's where you and I will differ, because if there's a number 1 seed who is vulnerable, it is South Carolina. South Carolina, if everything plays out, South Carolina would see the Hawkeyes in the Elite Eight.
Yep. And we have to talk about South Carolina too.
Oh my gosh.
We've got to. It's, Dawn Staley comes in with a rather large chip on her shoulder.
Yep.
And the number 1 seed that I don't think anybody thought they deserved. Right? So they got something to prove to me personally, because I kind of felt that their defense was a little slow and a little not so great. I think they had not had a really stellar season, but you know what? Here's an odd conundrum here. My thought is that this CBA deal comes at a great time for the seniors on those teams, that they will be motivated by the thought of going into the WNBA draft. And they will, and they're going to try and stand out. Now, if I sound crazy, this is the reason why. Do you remember the year that Renee Montgomery was incredibly touted to go number 1 as a draft choice?
I remember.
And you know who upset her chances that year was Angel McCautry. The reason being was that for 5 minutes of that game between UConn and oh gosh, I can't remember who she played for. God, who was it? I'm having a brain fart. Help me.
It's not coming to me either.
Was it Louisville?
No, I don't think it was Louisville. Well, let's find out.
Yeah, my apologies.
Let's do a little live research here. But you're right. Someone could go number 1 overall, and then someone.
But it was because of that game and because of the way McCautry controlled that offense for 5 minutes and put them ahead of UConn. They did all right. It was absolutely crazy, but that's what
is indeed Louisville. It is Louisville. Just confirm.
Okay, my memory's not failing me. Yay! The old dog still has it. Thank God.
And you've always had it. That's why we love having
and
you.
Y'all call me cute. That was a cute moment right there.
Aw, thank you. You're cute all the time, Jen.
See?
So,
and you can't argue now.
No, I can't. No. Why?
Yep.
Jen, don't have me. Jen, don't have me push this button.
I am.
Those are her words.
I'm done. I'm done.
But
I'm
you have
done.
games like that happen. Who's
I'm
going to
done.
be
Can we
that
go
one
to a
player,
break? Yes.
or who's going to be that one player or set of players that's going
Mhm.
to that's going to upset someone being the number one pick? And with this WNBA deal in place and the tournament kicking off today, who goes after AZ Fudd in the draft?
Boy, there are a few that could take that spot real easily. I will have a set of picks next week.
Okay.
I think
Because
I will do
I
that.
want to see where you slot Lauren Betts.
Yeah, that's
I want
a
to
good.
see. So we'll tease it now. Next week, Allie makes her first set of predictions for the WNBA draft.
I will do that.
We'll keep revising them. I'll do a set myself.
I was on CBA watch all this week and NCAA watch, so I will definitely make those choices next week for absolutely. Gonna be fun.
Tell you an underrated game today that's going to get my head set. One of them is NC State and Tennessee.
Yes.
Could this be it for Kim Caldwell? Because we're talking about a Tennessee team. We're talking about a Tennessee team that lost 7 in a row to close the season. 7 losses.
You know, I considered Tennessee to be, gosh, we're lucky to be here. You know, this was a mercy pick if there ever was one. And, you know, I feel bad for Tennessee, the What's Great squad. By the way, there is a new documentary premiering about Pat Summitt next week. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. You know, her legend looms so large over Tennessee. And, you know, it's almost not fair to the coaches that went after her because none of them have had the time or the talent to actually build a squad that has anywhere near the quality of champions like Candace Parker. You know, I mean, so many of the previous teams that have gone on to, you know, to the WNBA and made it legendary there. I mean, it's not fair to the current squad.
It isn't.
It's sad, but I'm going to suggest that they're out after the first weekend.
I think so. I think North Carolina State pulls the trigger on this upset.
Yeah, I mean that's another legendary team. You know, with the late and great Kay Yao. You know, who had him so many years. You know. My heart. It's
Kay Yao, Pat Summitt. We mentioned Gino Auriemma already. The legendary battles between Pat Summitt and Gino Auriemma. It was when Pat was coaching Tennessee. It just came down to a foregone conclusion that we would see Tennessee play UConn somewhere in the tournament, and more often than 9 times out of 10, it was in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Where is that matchup now? Who is the coach that takes them down now? It could be Corey Close from UCLA. She's in her 15th year with UCLA. UCLA could see UConn. Dawn Staley once again could see UConn, but I think Dawn Staley may have a few nightmares after what happened last year in Tampa.
They've got something to prove. Let's put it that way. They've got a big something to prove, and I think they're going to take out all their frustrations on their teams leading up to that. And I could definitely see them as a Final Four. I cannot imagine that Staley's team does not make the Final Four this year.
Here's a team that you need to watch, and that is Michigan. Why?
Yes.
2
Mhm.
words. Olivia Olson.
Yes. Yes.
Back half of this year, Olson has been spectacular. In a
Yeah.
game against Ohio State that I covered, 31 points, including 7 in overtime.
I love
And I
that.
said, where did Olivia Olson come from? And she's a freshman.
Can I just say that they might run into the juggernaut that is Texas, our Longhorns, and your favorite player of all time, Madison Booker.
One of
And
my favorites.
if Michigan can get to the Elite Eight, which I think you're absolutely right, I think they will. This is going to be it. I mean, Texas is so elite with their defense. They could, however, I mean, Michigan is the number 2 seed, which is kind of a surprise. I would have picked them number 3 or 4. I would not have picked them number 2. However, I can see Texas and Michigan in the Elite Eight, and that game is very much worth seeing.
Texas, Michigan. Madison Booker, Olivia Olson, Silas Swords, Rory Harmon. Do not, if they meet in the Elite Eight, do not be surprised if that's a 100-point game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Do not be surprised if those 2 run into each other, that's a 100-point game. Don't be surprised. Playmakers with us. Women's March Madness is underway. Charleston and Duke going on now. UC San Diego and TCU 10 minutes out. The Frogs scored a victory in the men's tournament. The women get started today. And I'm going to put the headset to a lot of games that I'm looking at. Maybe a whip around version of our coverage today. We'll let you know how that goes. But a potential, you just said a potential Elite Eight, Texas and Michigan.
Yes.
Yikes. That could be one of those. It could be one of those Duke UNC games from '95 where it wound up like 102, 100.
Absolutely. I can see that. Here's something interesting too. Here's another pretty interesting matchup that is potential right now. UCLA versus Duke.
Wow.
Think about that one.
UCLA and Duke. That's at least 90.
Yes.
That's at least 90.
Yeah. That one is going to be a barn burner if it happens. And yeah.
I can't wait for it. For all the potential matchups to play out. Duke early in the first leads Charleston 25-16. Charleston just spent a timeout. Other games today, as Playmaker mentioned, TCU and UC San Diego, they go at the top of the hour. So does 90 minutes after that, Virginia Tech and Oregon, a 9 versus an 8. Nebraska, whose men's team picked up their first ever tournament victory yesterday. They get 6th-seeded Baylor. Here's Allie's upset picks. South Dakota State, 27-6 at 2:30, will take on the Washington Huskies. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Then you got a 12-5.
That one.
Listen, I will tell you a 12-5 upset that I can see in my crystal ball, featuring the Racers of Murray State, who claim the Missouri Valley Conference, taking on the Big Ten's representative, Maryland.
You know, I remember the days when Maryland was a very big team in the and I feel very badly that they haven't been able to do much good in the tournaments as of late. I'm hoping that they will come back.
I hope so too, because Maryland used to be one of the mainstays in the women's tournament.
I came out.
If you make it to the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8, or it was within those 2 rounds. Later on, you got Gonzaga and Ole Miss, a 12 versus 5 at 3:30. Missouri takes on number 1 seed Texas. That's at 4. Holy Cross gets 2-seeded Michigan at 5:30. Western Illinois, North Carolina also at 5:30. Jacksonville gets LSU. That's at 6 p.m. Green Bay takes on the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. No, that is not an NFC Central matchup. This is women's college basketball. And Allie knew where I was going with that joke because she just made that reference too. Later on tonight, Colorado State sees Michigan State. That's at 7:30. Tennessee and North Carolina State. That's our feature game at 8 p.m. That gets the full play-by-play call. Villanova, Texas Tech later. Another one of Allie's upset picks, Villanova. And then you got Idaho and Oklahoma to close out things at 10 p.m. Eastern. Yes, Pizzo, the Green Bay Phoenix and it's not the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the Green Bay Phoenix and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Though I will say I have seen a Packers-Vikings matchup live in the old Metrodome.
Wow.
Yeah.
The tin can. The tin can Metrodome. I've been there too.
I love that. The tin can.
The tin can with the roof that fell on it.
Yes. Yeah.
I've
I've
twice.
much safer nowadays with Target Field and the Target Center.
I've been in the Metrodome twice, once for Green Bay and Minnesota, and the second time I was actually up in the broadcast booth doing baseball when I was covering Indiana Northwest. Woo-wee! Full slate of women's games today. We're going to check them all out. As mentioned, our feature game is North Carolina State and Tennessee. Is this the last stand for Kim Caldwell and the Volunteers? Allie and I seem to think so. That's who we're picking. Who are you guys picking? And we're out of time. Allison Moran with us as she is every single week. Thank you very much, my dear. I'm looking forward to WNBA coverage with you. We're going to hit up a couple of games. We're going to share the headset. I can't wait. I cannot wait for it. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Love you guys too. Have a wonderful week.
Take care.
I can't wait for the day when we do say adios to Chapel Bill. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. Enjoy the games, everybody. We'll be on at 2 o'clock with our coverage of NCAA women's tournament. So long, everybody. Tournament Central debuts today, and as far as this little cute empress right here, just remember she said aloud,
I am cute.
Give her
No,
a follow.
no, no.
We're out of here.
Stop. Stop. Goodbye.